On everybody, we gonna get a start to the day. Hold on real fast. We gonna get a start to the day. Just gonna let a few people get in here, but I'm really excited to be here. Really excited to, talk a little noise with y'all today. We'll talk a little noise. Let me move this blanket real fast. Me, I ain't really got too much. I've been reading up on things a little bit, been following people on Twitter, so I just kind of wanted to open it up and shoot the breeze with everybody out there. What's going on? Gotta shoot the breeze. Dad working from home. Hold on real fast. Give me a second. Give me a second. Leela, turn off the TV. You got class. All right. Let's jump into it, man. There's been some news that I've been watching as of late. Let me grab my cup of coffee. Um, Over the OTAs, really, and the things that I've really been noticing that have been popping out at me is the development of Micah Parsons so quickly. I know that all eyes are on him. He was obviously our first round pick, and he's a very polarizing type player. But the things that I'm hearing about him, I was not expecting him to catch on so fast and really be this impacted guy that he appears to be already. I read something yesterday in yesterday's practice. What's going on, Red? Where they lined him up on the outside and he whooped some young tackle's ass to get to the quarterback, and also within that same practice, he almost jumped the pass on the running back, and then I think that he jumped a pick six the other day or something of that nature. So Micah Parsons um, is probably going to end up being a great pick. Although me and others really didn't. We thought we could maximize that pick a little bit better. I think that it's going to turn out being the best pick that we could have done. So we'll see though, man. OTAs, like I said, you don't want to. It's not even padded practices. They're in shorts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody could be gym class heroes in shorts or whatnot. So we'll see how things play out. But let me say what's up to a couple of the people that said what's up to me already. Um, let's get to the comments. But what's going on, Red? What's going on, C? Yeah. So I've also been, we've been tracking the progress of Dak's ankle to see what Dak is looking like, and obviously they can show you quick clips and they not show you him limping or anything. They can show you things to make him look healthier than what he really is. But right now, man, it looks like he's a full go. Obviously they're probably limiting him to certain things, and they let the media only see certain things. But from what I've seen, I think that he's good enough to go day one, which is excellent. We were expecting that anyway. So um, let's see what else. Mari's out for injury. He got the scope surgery or whatnot. I didn't know anything about it the last time we were up here live, but I'll talk to it now. And the last bit of news for Amari is that there's a clip of him whooping Micah Parsons' ass to some chest real fast, and putting that out there. So the young rookie got taken to school. Now, ain't nothing wrong with that because I don't know anything about chess. I've never played chess in my life, so kudos to him for getting whooped by Amari Cooper. But yeah, nah. But all jokes aside, that's a good sign because I haven't heard really 5 words from Amari Cooper. That's probably the most that I've heard from Amari Cooper since he's been a Cowboy. So it was cool to see that he's very competitive. That's what I kind of picked from it, was that Amari Cooper's a lot more competitive than you guys give him credit for. And little things like him playing a game of chess and putting it out there that Micah was talking trash and got whooped. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Joseph Sandberg says, "Where are those gangs of people that were hating on Kelvin Joseph for missing OTAs?" Oh, you know where they are, man. Joe, you know where they at, man. They putting their comments right in their back pocket to hide. That's what they do, man. That's what us like. That's what I'm starting to realize, man. Our Cowboy fan base, we have bigger haters for our team than these outside teams, which is crazy to me. But it is what it is. Boss Man Fats is out there practicing. I haven't really heard anything about how well he practiced, but I know he's out there. And to me, I know that a lot of people want to push right in front of him. You guys want to push Robinson in front of him. You know, here are the facts. Anthony Brown is getting most of the reps right now. Boss Man Fat will get every opportunity to get that starting job. Wright has an uphill battle, guys. He does. You know what I'm saying? So I know that there are flashes and everybody wants this and they want that. Everybody wants to be right. But let's just let that thing play out, because if it plays out like it's supposed to play out, the best man will get the job and we will be solidified at that position, or a little bit more solidified than we had been in previous years, which I'm very excited about. Um, let's talk about Randy Gregory. I saw a picture of Randy Gregory yesterday, and Randy Gregory looks to be filling out the position. You know, because if we are going to be doing more of a 3-4, he is going to have to put a little bit more weight on if he's going to put his hand in the dirt. If he's going to be on the outside and he's going to be standing up, you know, I think that he had to build his body to be ready for both. And I mean, if you think about it, this is really his second only real off season with the team. You know, everything else is training, and everything else is training on your own when you're suspended, and so you can't really simulate what OTAs are like, or you can't simulate what minicamp is like. You can't simulate, or you can't even really be in there with the staff and figure out what they want you to do, what they want to do with your body, and what they see for you. So, it's very comforting knowing that Randy Gregory is here. I feel security in knowing that, you know, because how many times have we gone into years like we don't know who's going to play opposite side of DeMarcus Lawrence? So, having that continuity and having that assurance, it really makes me feel good. It really does, because, like I told you guys, and I'll keep saying it, I think that he ended up being our best defensive player last year at the end of that year. And that doesn't say anything bad about DeMarcus Lawrence. It just means that when Randy Gregory got his legs up under him, and when he got the timing right, and when he got, you know, I mean, obviously he had some experience, but when he knew what to expect throughout the year, and he knew how guys were going to block him, and he was in there with the game planning and things of that nature, um, he looked pretty good. And I'm very excited about what he can do this year, and what Quinn will do with him. It kind of reminds me of in Seattle when he had Bruce Irving, and a lot of people, you know, didn't know how they were going to use Bruce Irving, but Bruce Irving ended up being a pretty good player for that team. So Jesse Gutierrez says, "What's the best thing you're liking about Quinn so far? I know it's still early, but what's your thoughts?" I like the toughness. I think that instantly, from what I'm looking at, it looks like the defense is automatically tougher. They've taken a tougher stance. The players aren't talking as much, in my opinion. It's about putting your hard hat on, and I think that it looks like they believe in what it is he's trying to instill. So that's what we really wanted for the Cowboys for so long. We just want to be a tough team, and I really like the environment that he's instilling. So that's what I like about Quinn so far, is really just the toughness that I can see that he's going to bring with this team. Okay, Joseph Sandberg says it might work out well as long as Randy doesn't lose his speed, especially considering how much nickel we are playing. Yeah, and you're right about that, and we'll see. Obviously we aren't privy to seeing how he's working and things of that nature, but the advantage of actually being able to work with the staff and know what the plan is going forward. You get to work on those type of things. You know what I mean? Like if you're on your own and you're training and you're suspended, you're just trying to get in the best shape that you could possibly be in. But it's really hard to. I would think that it's really hard to implement the things that the team would want you to do. So if you're suspended or sorry about that, my alarm went off. I got my alarms set so that my daughter doesn't miss class. Um, but yeah, you're kind of mixing and matching when you're away. But since you're part of the plan, and everybody's able to talk to you and implement the things they want to, it's much easier. So even if he does miss a step or he gets slower, or I think the team will at least know that going forward, and they could mitigate or alter the scheme a little bit based on what we have. So that's the plus when it comes to that. Um, let's talk about the wide receiver position. From what I read, the wide receiver position has been really thin throughout these OTAs, and that's not concerning to me. I want these guys to get healthy, get as healthy as they possibly can. Going into this, it looks like we thought that Michael Gallup could possibly be trade bait, but he's not. He's going into this year, and let's go with what we got, man. Let's go with what we got. We got a three-headed monster, and I read that Dak completed a nice completion to Dalton Schultz yesterday. Let's not. Good morning, Miss Kathy. Let's not discount this. A lot of people are talking about battles, but nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that battle because everybody loves the potential that Blake Jarwin has with his athleticism. But there's one guy that's getting snaps right now, and he had a okay year last year. Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz is only going to get better. That's a battle we need to watch, in my opinion, because I think we can get some better play at the tight end spot. I think if you open that up, I think you'll get the best version of both of those guys. You'll because Blake will have to put his damn hand down, and he'll have to bite his mouthpiece, and he'll have to block some damn body. And then Dalton will have to be a little bit. Dalton Schultz will have to be a little bit better at catching the ball and making people miss. So hopefully those guys have been working on their games, and we get an excellent battle in training camp. That in my opinion should be opened up and let the best man win. You know what I'm saying? Red says, "Do you think we still need a veteran DB?" The only way I would see we need a veteran DB is if Anthony Brown ends up being trash and his young boys ain't ready. I don't think you necessarily have to run and go get one right now. The longer you, because there's still Richard Sherman sitting out there. He ain't with no team, and there's OTAs right now. So I don't. I think with these OTAs you could kind of gauge where you are, and then going into camp you could possibly think about that. But right now, just let these OTAs shape up. And if the young guys don't seem to be ready and there's no real clear cut winner and Anthony Brown doesn't seem to be getting better, then you go get a veteran DB. You go get a veteran corner per se. I don't think you need a veteran safety at this point. I think that with Donovan Wilson and Casey, and then with the mixture of Neal being able to play some of the safety, I think we're okay there as it stands right now. But barring injury though, you know what I'm saying? You have to be on alert because injuries happen every day, B. Especially when people are running around as grown men and you can't really control when somebody falls or this and that, or you can't really control hammies and things of that nature. So, you still be on standby, but as it stands right now, I don't think that we need a veteran DB right at this instant, but I'm not ruling it out. Okay, Miss Kathy says, let's talk about linebacker. Who do you think we're going to keep or let go? I think we're going to keep all of them, and just let the wheels fall off. I think we're going to keep all of them this year, at least. People are talking about Vander Esch and trading him, and, teams possibly wanting his services. Keep him. I mean, unless you get a second round pick for him. I mean, it looks like the plan is to let him go in the offseason anyway. So you're probably going to collect the third round compensation pick for him next year. So you might as well just go ahead and just play it out and just let those guys battle it out and create packages where you get all of those guys on the field at specific times and keep those guys fresh. Because keep in mind this, we've had issues with injuries at the linebacker spot. So keep that in mind. So keeping them fresh is a priority in my estimation of this. And we'll probably be paying a lot more nickel anyway. So we'll be able to do that. But, put the linebackers in the best possible position to make plays. So, I mean, we're probably looking at maybe one of these young guys getting cut, but I think that as far as the, LVE, Jalen Smith, and Micah Parsons, obviously Micah Parsons ain't getting cut, and he's making plays like crazy. Shoot, you can stand him up in certain situations. You might even get D-Law off the field or Marion Gregory off the field to get a break, and you can put Micah Parsons on the outside and let him rush. So, I think that we could do some things with I think you keep all three of them and just let the wheels fall off, and we'll see where we at. Red says good. Lamb will be the number one going forward. I don't think so. Wait. Joseph Sandberg says something. If anyone can afford to miss time as Cooper, also get CD some outside reps. Yes. Um, and then Red says he thinks that Lamb will be the number one going forward. I don't think so, but you know, it is good for him because what I've been hearing is that he's been jumping in and leading the drills, and he looks like the veteran presence out there, not Michael Gallup. And so for the people that are saying Michael Gallup's the number one, this young kid came in. He's obviously a priority over Michael Gallup at this point, who's playing for his contract year. Red says Cooper's gone after this year. Nah, I don't think so. Him and Dak have that rapport, and you just don't get rid of that rapport. And he's producing. He's not. I mean, he hasn't fell off, and you drafted CD to eventually be that number one. If anything, you let Gallup walk. If anything, I don't know why people are trying to cut Amari Cooper, or even talk about a scenario where Amari Cooper is not going to be here. Because for one, he's under contract, and second, the TV deal hasn't kicked in yet. When the TV deal kicks in, his deal will be peanuts. So there's no real reason to let Amari go. Even with Amari being hurt, Amari has played, guys. We have to remember that he's played and he's producing. Why would we want to get rid of that guy? I just don't understand it, or why even talk that up at all. Amari has been a really good player for us since day one. And yeah, maybe a game or two, you guys might not like his demeanor or things of that nature, but I mean, he's had a bad foot. I mean, Red, he's had a bad foot for 2 years, and he's still putting up top 10 numbers. It's not a bad thing if CD comes in and takes over him and is the number one, but he's still, I mean, Amari's still gonna put up his numbers, and Amari and Dak have that rapport that he's still gonna eat, man. He's still gonna eat. There's no reason to bad foot this, bad foot that. Guess what? Tyron Smith has a bad back. Players just have. I mean, it is wear and tear in the league. Some of the best players in the league have issues. Just because they're not playing at OTAs doesn't mean anything. I guarantee you this: Amari Cooper, when the games start, he will be playing. I guarantee you that. I can't say what happens after week one, but Amari Cooper will be on that field. I know that. I would never. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of his demeanor, but that's just how he is. Some people are like that. If you, like, I coach kids, right? So I know that there are certain kids that get off on being really, really, really intense, and there are some that just really like being quiet and just doing their job and just killing people that way. Just quiet assassins. You know what I'm saying? It's really all personality. We got to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he looked like he don't want to take the game over. He looked like he quit. Like, nah, that's just how he is. Just how he is. Just how his demeanor is. Not everybody's fiery. But I guarantee you the way he wins routes, man, he's very competitive. So, I mean, I want that guy on my team. I'll be honest. Didn't our receiver also lead the league in drops? I don't know about last year. I know the year before we did, but I mean, it comes with the territory. We threw a lot. We threw a lot of football. We were behind a lot as well. But that's not an excuse. We did lead the league in drops. But I mean, we're also putting up numbers as well. So we probably led the league in 2-minute drills given up against us as well. So, and I know that at that time when we led the league in drops too, our special teams unit was the worst in the league. So I kind of feel like, yeah, drops was an issue, but I don't think it was as much of an issue last year, but there was way more issues going with it last year than drops. You know, we just stunk all around when Dak went out. Period. We were fumbling the ball. We were turning it over. Uh, we were turning the ball over on downs. The coaches didn't trust the defense, so they were going for it and doing stupid ass fake punts and stuff like that. So it was a lot of things that we could look on, but I don't think that just because drops is brought up, it's not like Amari has a bad hand problem. If anything, Michael Gallup got the drops a lot more than any of the other receivers, and I don't see anybody bringing that up. Michael Gallup drops a lot of passes. You know what I'm saying? He definitely does. But he also makes some of the most miraculous catches that there are, some of the best contested catches. So I would never question him just because he drops a couple of passes. It happens. It's part of the game. I remember T.O. at one point had the drops. So just because you had the drops one year don't mean you're gonna have drops this year. And also too, man. Another thing that'll probably be brought up too is or if Zeke, I'm in this Cowboys chat and it was just like, well, if Zeke fumbles the ball this year, he fumbles a lot this year, I'm off the train. Guys, I hate to break it to y'all, Zeke is a fumbler. Zeke has fumbled his whole damn career. It just is what it is at this point. I hate it. Yeah, I know we were paying him top running back money, but you paid him top running back money knowing that he puts the ball on the ground. It just is what it is. I'm not saying that turnovers aren't important because I would like him to stop fumbling. I'm just saying it's not brand new. In 2016, his best year, probably his rookie year, Zeke put the ball on the ground quite a bit. Go back and look at the stats, and I remember it. I'm just like, oh, he's a rookie. He'll get that out of system. Zeke been fumbling his whole career, y'all. He been fumbling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might just be who he is. It might just be how he holds the ball or whatnot. I think he fumbled a little bit less with. I think that he protected the ball a little bit better with Gary Brown as the running back coach. But I maybe in his second year with Skip Pete, he'll be a little bit better. Maybe he'll be a little bit better. He certainly looks a little bit more quick. Looks a little bit quicker. He looks a little bit leaner, a little bit lighter. So, I always liked light Zeke. But you never know. He might have put those pounds on because, man, those hits might hurt a lot more than what they look like. Red says Stephen Jones is getting off his contract. That's why they put an opt-out option after this year. All right, so are we talking about Amari or are we talking about Zeke? Because if we're talking about Amari, I mean, they can opt out all they want. I personally think that's a mistake if you let Amari go. So what if he falls to being the number 2? You drafted CeeDee Lamb in the first round, and CeeDee Lamb is arguably the best receiver in that draft that fell to you. There's no shame in CD taking over number 1. And Amari, I mean, like I said, when Amari starts missing games, then we can talk. And when he stops producing, we can talk. But other than that, it don't make sense. Yikes! Mr. Dollar Sign says Zeke has 21 total fumbles since 2016. Guys, like I told you, Zeke is a fumbler, dog. Like, and Zeke is my favorite player in the league. He's my favorite player in the league. You know what I'm saying? Currently, right now, I have the only active Cowboy jersey that I have is Zeke. So I know these things, man. And I was a running back in college. And it's like, with some guys, they're worth it. You know what I'm saying? You know that they put the ball on the ground, but the positive outweighs the bad. So we need to I just think Zeke needs to focus on getting back, get his body back, get back to the version of Zeke that we saw the year prior, because I don't know if his body ever really recouped from that COVID. So, hopefully he's able to train right, able to eat right, and he gets back on track. Let's see. Raymond says we don't need to worry about Michael Gallup. He will be fine. And my concern is that strong safety. I heard Donovan Wilson wasn't around the facilities. I don't know what that's about. Y'all, it's very concerning. Yeah, Raymond. It's OTAs, bro. Like, it's not the end of the world. As a matter of fact, for my high school team today, we start our first OTAs, and I mean, yes, you want the development of players, but it's not necessarily like or mini camps. It's not necessarily something to write home about right now. It's not camp. You know what I'm saying? It's not the season. So, you never know what Donovan Wilson's dealing with. He might be dealing with a death in the family or something of that nature. Like Kelvin Joseph was sick last week and everybody's throwing the fit. It's OTAs. Like, chill out. Let's just focus on the guys that are there and the coaches have a plan in place. You know what I'm saying? They have a plan in place. We'll be all right. I know we haven't won anything for 25 years, but OTAs, like I'm not tripping about OTAs. Red. I'm getting a Dak jersey, man. The reason I didn't get a Dak jersey is I was afraid of what the front office was going to do. I didn't know if the front office had enough faith. I didn't know if they were going to sign him. So I didn't get a Dak jersey yet, but I have one on the way. So I'm ordering a Dak jersey. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, that's my quarterback, bro. You ain't got to worry about that, man. I'm getting me a Dak jersey, and yeah, I'm gonna rock that thing. I'm gonna rock that jersey, man. Cause yeah, four was actually my high school number at 1.2. So yeah, 4 is my quarterback. Dak's my quarterback, and yeah, getting that jersey. It'll be Dak and Zeke. I even got a shirt. I don't have too much Cowboy stuff, to be honest with y'all. Part of it being, I didn't really like how the team handled social issues as much. I'm okay with it now, but I didn't put money in Jerry's pocket like that. But I still cheered on the team. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm getting back to that, and I'm also gonna come out with my own merch at some point too. So you guys look out for that. And I'm also supporting the merch of other YouTubers as well. I got a Vosh shirt. I'm gonna get me a J Tuck shirt. I know that my man Skywalker, he has his merch, so you'll probably see me more rocking that stuff than you see me rocking actual cowboy jerseys and cowboy stuff, because I actually believe in supporting my brothers, supporting the peers around me too. So yeah, look out for me wearing some of their stuff as well. I got Mark shot glasses. I don't know. I think Mark gave me a shirt a long time ago, but I can't find it. But yeah, man, you'll probably see me rocking more of their merch than anything. See, DC Coop said, "What's going on, DMV? How's everything going?" Yeah, man, everything is good, man. My high school team starts OTAs today, so I'm excited about that. We start passing league this week. I'm a receiver coach, so I'm really really excited about that. And yeah, man, I got some big news for the channel, man. So, um, guys, now this doesn't. I'm still going to talk cowboy stuff. I'm still going to cover cowboy stuff. So it won't affect none of this, but I'm going to add more to the channel. Because while I love football, I'm just as big of a boxing fan, guys. And I talked about this the other day. I want to start covering boxing more on my channel. And for you Cowboys fans out there, I'm an Earl Spence fan. He's my favorite fighter in the game. And, I'm probably going to start covering more of that. I'm going to try and get interviews with fighters. I'm going to try and set up a surprise interview with one of the big boxing wigs in the game. And, we'll probably do a live together. I'll be on Elton's channel. We talk boxing over there a little bit. I know that probably left a lot of sour taste in people's mouth with the event that just passed, but it was kind of like WrestleMania or something of that nature. So, it was cool in my eyes, but real boxing, like we got Manny and Spence coming up. You got Wilder Fury. I'll actually be at the Wilder and Fury fight, so look for some exclusive stuff on my channel. Then as well, like interviews with fighters. Interviews from regular fans out there. Like, yeah, I'll be out there in July in Vegas. So I'll probably end up rebranding and changing my name to I'll probably just become DMV Fanatic. And also too, I know J Tuck does this, and I was doing this in the beginning, but I'll probably start streaming my gaming on here a little bit more too, like Madden. I'm pretty solid at Madden. If you guys are on PS5, man, add me. I'm DMV fanatic. So maybe I was planning for this a long time ago. I don't know, but yeah, I want to add a little bit more to it. I want to add a little bit more to my channel than just the Cowboys. Like right now, things are slow, and we're talking about OTAs, but and I'm okay with this. I'm okay with going live and chatting with you guys because I want to do this. And it's been a while since we all talked, and it's been a while since I've been putting out constant content, but I want to get back to doing that. And I also, there's a lot. Boxing is going to have a hot summer, and I want to make sure that for the people who cover boxing, or the people who love boxing, you, and also, yeah, you get the best of both worlds. And if you don't necessarily cover boxing but you want to learn more, I'm a very good wealth of knowledge when it comes to that. I've been covering boxing longer, probably longer than I've been doing the Cowboys. With Colossal Sports TV, I used to be over there. I've done interviews. I've interviewed Wilder. We've interviewed I've interviewed Sam Watson, who worked with who's right hand man of Al Hammond. Peter Quillen. We've interviewed champions. We've interviewed Demetrius Andrade, Kenny Porter, who's Sean Porter's father. We're supposed to be interviewing him eventually. Sean Porter on Elton's channel. So yeah, you guys go check out Elton Costin on YouTube too. That's my partner. We have been doing lives on here for quite a while. But yeah, like we got some things on the horizon too when it comes to the boxing scene over there. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, man, yeah, just add me, you guys. I'm DMV fanatic on PS5. Another game I play a lot of Fortnite. Don't judge me, but the game is kind of dope. I like the continuation of the game. I like being able to play with my son, with my godson, and one of my best friends, and we squad up and stuff like that. Call of Duty's alright. I played a little bit of Call of Duty, but I more so got into Fortnite because of my son. And we have a channel directly for that, so you guys can subscribe to that. It's called Legion of 244. So go check that out. Channel with my godson, my best friend, and my son, and we pretty much just stream our squad matches and stuff of that nature. So yeah, there's a lot more things, more avenues that I want to touch besides the Cowboys, and I will still talk on the Cowboys. I'll still talk my trash on that, but I just kind of wanted to announce that, and DMV ain't going nowhere though. DMV is still gonna be here, but yeah, it's gonna be just more than the Cowboys. I know my guy Michael Anthony Fitness. He has his deliveries and stuff like that that you guys, tune into over there. So yeah, I'm gonna have my boxing talk, and I know Mark has his. He builds his shelves and he does his cooking. So yeah, your boy's gonna be adding boxing and gaming to the channel. So I hope that you guys are as excited about it as I am, because I can't wait to get you guys good content. And I hope that some of you guys add me on PS5. We can play a little Madden and y'all can whoop up on me a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all though. I'm solid. I'm pretty solid at it. If you can beat me and you can whoop me, you're elite in the world. That's all I can say. You're really really good if you can whoop me. If you can't whoop me, there's no shame in that. I've whooped a lot of people. I have a winning record online, a pretty solid winning record too. I'm like maybe like 65% winning percentage online. So I'm pretty good. So yeah, go ahead. Maybe one day me and Jay Tuck can play. I don't know if Jay Tuck has PS5, but I hit him up and maybe we'll both stream that, and that would be pretty. That would be pretty dope. But yeah, man, I got to get back to work, guys, because I am working from home, and I just wanted to stream and talk some good Cowboys football with you guys. And yeah, I'll probably be here sometime next week around the same time, and let's get it. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Dealing with some of my technical difficulties, and trying to get my daughter in class and all of that type of stuff. But yeah, and let me know, guys. I've been thinking about possibly doing some instructional videos as far as football goes, like with wide receivers. I have my group of wide receivers and I do drills every day, and I'm pretty good at developing them. So I've also thought about adding that to the channel as well. That way you guys can see my coaching side. You can see that I actually have football IQ outside of just talking Cowboys news, or so I think that that would be pretty dope. Let me know in the comments, man, if y'all are open to looking at that as well, to actually seeing me coach up some of these kids on my YouTube, and that way you can learn a little bit of nuance yourself. Nuance, I'm using the Vosh word now, but yeah, that way you can learn a little bit as well, and then if you got kids, then you can teach them. Right now I got an 11-year-old who's learning. He's playing his first year of football this year, so I'm giving him a crash course, and maybe I'll have my son in some of these videos. Maybe I'll have some of my older teenagers. But let me know if that's something that you guys are interested in seeing. Sorry, I got my tongue tied a little bit. But all right, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.